Now, with millions slated to join the yearly Traslacion, is there really any specific way for organizers to remain on top of the situation? Our guest for tonight, Martin Aguda Jr., who is a crowd and emergency management consultant, believes that it can be done. Martin, good evening. Welcome back. Almost exactly 1 year after the last time you were here.
Yes, good evening.
For the last time.
Naging deboto na rin ba kayo?
That's my panata to be here.
Public service. So. No, you were asking. I was asking about the different strategies to get near the andas because I wanted to assess if the organizers actually made the right decision of changing the design of the carriage and yung carro na tinatawag. Did you agree with that? Do you think that it is effective, even if it does in a way affect the kind of devotion they can show on this day?
Well, it was last year, I think, no, that they started to ensure that nobody will climb. It will change the crowd dynamics. It will make the procession faster. Kaya nga last year, 15 hours na lang. When I was there helping, mga 22 hours kami, almost mag 24 hours. But then again, the tradition is people, the mamamasan, would want to go near. Kung hindi man makaakyat, at least very near.
Yun ang
Because yung
pinaka-tradition
towel,
dito
di ba? That's the tradition.
Yung magpahid.
Makakalapit and their towels. And of course, yung lubid, kailangan na rin, part of the tradition is mahawakan din nila. So I think, same movement, but less of those climbing.
Hahawak na lang. Kumbaga para pupunas na.
Pero sigurado, there will be crowd movements there. And as we see past years, ganun pa rin.
Naalala mo yung year, Martin, nung actually nasira no, yung andas. Parang yung axle na bali. Dahil sobrang daming sumampa. Although it was not immediately after that na pinagbawalan nila. It was after COVID na pinagbawalan nila yung sampahan. In terms of crowd dynamics, I can imagine mas madali siya. Tama ba yung iniisip ko na mas madali siya in terms of securing the safety? Kasi yung object na pinagkakaguluhan ng lahat, mabilis gumagalaw. Kumbaga tuloy-tuloy siya. Kasi once you pause, di ba, parang pwede siyang kumbaga i-dagsain. Ganun.
Yes, I agree, but they have to strike a balance between yung the risk management and caution versus not to alter the tradition itself.
Yes,
Kasi
correct.
end of the day, gusto talaga ang mamamasan, kaya nga mamamasan niya, di ba? Talaga part of the tradition is to go near.
Yes.
But of course, with these measures, because the organizers want to make the risk lesser or di ba? To reduce the risk.
Correct.
Because this is actually a high-risk religious event, as I may call it, as a safety professional. But even the police now and all authorities have been like helping how to make this event.
So you agree with the move to change the design? I mean, what they did last year?
Well, I think that will, in a way, mitigate people climbing and make the procession faster. But then again, crowd dynamics will be there because that's part of the tradition. The craze will be there.
Martin, last year, I remember you were telling us about yung galaw nung crowd na parang kakaiba siya. Meron siyang sariling rules and regulations that just come out of everyone kind of like with the same goal in mind, di ba? Makalapit, as close as we can, makaganito, nung bimpo. Yun yung talagang essence nito. And you're saying na because of that, parang it's some sort of organized chaos and organic yung pagkaka-organize.
Naalala ko nga yun.
Naalala mo, di ba?
Na hindi nagkaka-stampede.
Oo.
Like what happened sa Korea, remember?
Right, yung
Because
Itaewon.
parang lahat is expecting the same movement.
I coined the term, choreographed stampede.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Because what I saw when I was there observing, when we are just mere observers, what we see is just the magnitude, the sheer magnitude of the crowd and the chaos itself. But once you are part of that crowd, the mamamasans, they have their own system of crowd management. They have their own commands. And part of the tradition is pulling and pushing the andas.
Parang may sarili silang language? May sinasabi sila?
Yes, may mga terminology sila dyan.
So on the ground, merong sumisigaw
May
dyan.
whistle sila, may bullhorn.
Parang push, pull,
Yes, kaya
ganyan.
nga napaka-importante that the tradition is passed to the younger generations. You cannot just participate there and hindi mo alam paano ba to survive in that kind of crowd. Yes.
Yeah. Tingnan natin tong video right now sa screen, since ito yung perfect example ng crowd. Nakikita natin, medyo may galaw nga sila, may choreography, like they'll sway one way, tapos tutulak, ganun. But are you telling me, Martin, na yung mga members spread out there strategically, that are in charge, kumbaga, of directing?
Yeah, there are group of the mga ihos ang tawag na in charge for crowd
Yes.
management na since they are part of the crowd, di lang natin malaman kung sino yung mga yon. But there are those who lead, who really does the crowd management for them. No? Pero ma-mention ko lang, that's why I term it choreographed stampede. Because in an ordinary stampede, the formula is a high-density crowd, 7 persons or more, then a movement. And this is perfectly, all of the ingredients for a stampede is there.
Correct.
Pero ginagawa kasi nila. And people are expecting na ganun yung galawan nila, ganun yung unique na movement nila. Hence, nasabi ko, there is such a choreography.
Example, first time ka. Like, kunyari, first time ka sumabak sa ganyang crowd. Hindi mo naman alam yung mga directions na meron palang nagdidirect, kung paano yung system, no, yung push and pull, ganyan. Ano yung mabibigay mong tip sa bagong sabak dyan? Na parang, ano yung advice? Sunod, go with the flow na lang ba? Or
Well,
what's the best?
siguro kung meron silang kakilala na matagal ng deboto dyan, they have to ask ko, pwede mo,
That's the best
how
advice.
can I
Yeah.
survive there, di ba? First timer
Dala
ako.
ng diaper.
But then, pwede mo rin tignan how people, paano nila ginagawa yung movement nila,
So,
paano sila
gaya-gaya.
nakakalapit. Yeah. But with the choreography, ang sa akin lang, pag sabing choreography, when you move to the right, everybody moves to the right. Pagka may gumawa ng otherwise, parang may problema. Kaya napaka-importante, they preserve the tradition, and to mga younger generations would really embrace kung ano yung alam nilang system of crowd management within them.
Well, something new that they're implementing for this year is that when the Andas reaches the Ayala Bridge, devotees won't be allowed to cross with it daw muna. Kumbaga, mauuna daw po muna yung Andas or yung imahen nga ng Jesus Nazareno before they open the bridge to devotees. But Philippine Red Cross Chairman Dick Gordon did say it might cause confusion, di ba? So ang gusto kasi nila, mauna nga yung imahen, magsa-stop muna yung mga devotees sa Ayala Bridge. I mean, can they actually do that in orderly fashion?
I'm quite apprehensive with that plan, no? Because again, as long as they communicate any changes, di ba? Ang problema, paano mako-communicate yan for all of the people there, di ba? Because in crowd disasters, in crowd tragedies, part of the factors there is miscommunication, no? People not knowing. When you are part of the crowd, crowds are deaf and blind. Ang nakikita mo lang yung nasa harap mo
Correct.
at hindi mo nalalaman yung nasa paligid mo. Not unless people are telling you this is the direction, this is what we'll do. So napaka-importante dito is marshalling, siguro, just to enforce that. They should have a lot of people doing that. And I think if the police, the PNP will be helping in implementing that, that can be doable.
What are the main dangers that you're seeing here? How hard is it to enforce authority? As you already mentioned, yung harap mo lang makikita mo. Pero ano yung mga dapat, dapat bantayan ng mga LGU, ng ano natin, police force natin?
Changing crowd dynamics. Pagka alam natin na parang alam naman natin what to expect during the movement of the Traslacion. Pero pag may mga ibang crowd movement, turbulence, no? Ito yung mga kailangan tignan. At saka siguro, mga na-breach yung mga barricades, for example, na wala dapat yan, pero may mga na-breach na mga any alteration of the prescribed crowd management plan, that should be a red flag for the authorities na dapat agapan nila. Otherwise,
Pag may na ibang movement
baka ma-alter yung crowd
from what's
dynamics niya.
usual.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we're talking about so many things. So the LGU, syempre yung mga deboto, yung mga leaders ng deboto, yung mga ihos, yung mamasa. Would you know if they all like meet together, kumbaga may big war room meeting before every Traslacion where they talk about these things?
Yes. For several years back, I was part of that group and helping them with crowd
So
management.
yun yung mga uniforme,
Yeah,
yellow and
saka
red.
sila yung nasa paligid mismo ng
Nakaikot dun sa imahen.
Okay.
May mga pangalan yung mga grupo-grupo. Even yung grupo na sasalubong doon sa Quiapo Church. Paano isi-secure yung perimeter. Lahat yan nakatasking.
Okay, I remember you were here, you did a demo on protecting yourself.
Yeah.
So just to remind everybody who plans to go there, how do you just in case that you're caught in the middle of that crowd, di ka makahinga, o kaya may tumutulak sa'yo, o kaya may nangaharas sa'yo, anong dapat mong gawin? How do you protect yourself?
Well, just before ka maipit, di ba? you do this boxer's pose, no? Because tendency in a crowd with that magnitude, di ba? Yung crowd crush na term, di ba? Sa Itaewon,
Yes.
Korea na stampede, di ba? You'll be crushed against the torso of another person in front of you. So, to protect your chest and torso, so do this while walking. Okay? So, pwede mo siyang i-push, di ba? Parang shock absorber
Yes.
in a way.
Ito yung pinaka
Para yung mukha mo may
mahalaga.
space.
Yes. Pero mukha mo, di ba?
May
You can
makahinga
push
ka
the
pa
person
rin.
in front of you, makahinga ka pa
Tama
rin.
ba yung titingin ka sa taas? Kasi doon yung
Eh,
oxygen.
kung wala ka na talaga. Kung talagang mas taller yan sa
Kung matangkad ka, swerte mo. Pero Martin, level up natin. What if by some kasamaang palad, by accident, natisod ka, nahulog ka? Medyo mahirap na tumayo
nga,
yan
what do you do?
Anong ma-advise mo na
Alam niyo,
quick fix?
Well, if you can stand up as soon as possible,
Oo.
but during an actual stampede, experts would not tell you na tayo ka agad. No, what you'll do is to curl up, parang fetus position.
Kasi
Protect your
maapakan
head.
ka.
Oo. Kasi pagka naka-lie flat ka, the tendency, and people are running, you'll be stopped on.
So fetal position,
Fetal
cover
position,
your
lakihan
head.
mo yung sarili, but cover your head. Kaya magkakaroon,
Pero ang pinaka-danger dito yung mawalan ka ng oxygen.
Yeah.
Tama.
Siguro you have to monitor also your health condition. Pag alam mong nahirapan ka na huminga, move to the sides. No? So, when you want to extract yourself, you don't go with the flow now. You have to look for mga pockets of
Correct,
spaces
correct,
there.
correct.
Unti-unti yan and go to the sides. And you have to extract
baka
yourself.
makatulong yung mga mobile fan. Uso yun ngayon eh.
Yung mga Jisoo. Sorry, yung mga live
Diba?
fan.
Pwede ba yun?
I think so, but I don't think that they will carry one.
In terms of medical needs, no, like, syempre, ang weird kasi yung mga deboto na, maraming deboto is, sila nga may sakit, kaya nila gusto pumunta to
Exactly.
begin with. So that's gonna be a problem, di ba? Yung alam mo nang may sakit, may problema, sila yung talagang pupunta and makikipagsapalaran dun sa may harapan. What advice can you give, no? Ang hirap din kasi sabihin na, hindi, huwag ka na pumunta kasi you're not feeling well. Eh, ganun yung devotion ganun yung faith.
Actually, yung mga past fatalities there, talagang meron ng pre-existing medical condition. But then again, that's part of their devotion. Kaya nga, they are praying for that miracle. But siguro, tip for an able-bodied person who wants to join, check your health first. Diba? And expect that you will be, it's a religious activity, but it is also
Physically
a
demanding.
physical demanding activity. So you have to be ready, physically and mentally, that you'll be squeezed there.
And for sure, yung mga pupunta doon, ready na sila spiritually.
Of course.
Alright, well, thank you so much for spending the eve of Traslacion with us
Pupunta ba
again.
kayo doon?
Tomorrow morning,
Oh, that's great.
in Luneta.
In Luneta. Okay, exciting times for you. Crowd and Emergency Management Consultant Martin Aguda Jr.